Now on CoastTV News.
Streets free of cats in Dewey Beach. How the town is working towards protecting feral cats with new changes to town rules.
A rejected referendum for the Indian River School District. What's next for the school and what locals are saying.
Affordable housing dilemma in Milton. One committee working to fix it, and why locals are worried it will create overcrowding.
And it's been a blustery, chilly Friday on the Delmarva Peninsula, but these winds are going to turn into milder winds as we begin the weekend. Your latest weekend outlook and when our next chance of rain arrives. My full forecast is next.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Town Council is in session. Dewey Beach looking what to do about feral cats. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight in Dewey Beach, where a change in town code is up for debate.
The town says for years they have had a major feral cat and abandoned cat issue. And CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson joins us live there in Dewey. Brandon, the ordinance that governs these animals has not been updated in over 20 years.
Maddie, this ordinance was last adjusted in 2003. Now they want to update their rules on how to keep and catch feral cats. Now this was discussed just moments ago in the town council meeting, which is still going on now, and the council unanimously approved this ordinance.
The streets of Dewey Beach may look clear now, but if you ask people that live here, they say cats, wild feral cats, are a problem that's only getting worse.
There is quite a population of feral cats here.
That's why Town Council is considering a new code that would clearly define what an abandoned cat is, a domesticated cat, and a feral cat. Kate Banaszak is Dewey's town clerk. She is presenting this ordinance update and says these changes are long overdue, considering the last time they were addressed was more than 20 years ago.
I mean, since then there's, been a lot more information out there for the public about trap, neuter, release, and I think a lot of better resources through Humane Society and the SPCA for people to be able to, trap themselves and do it the right way.
We're told feral cats here in Dewey Beach find themselves in alleyways like the one behind me and behind buildings and businesses.
Trap, neuter, and release, otherwise known as the TNR program, is what Dewey recommends when trapping feral cats. Once you trap and neuter the cat, you must release them in the same area they were picked up because that's what they know as home. Leah McKinley is the director of the Humane Animal Partners in Rehoboth Beach. She says you must have the right trap.
You place food in the very back of the trap, cover it with a sheet or a blanket, and the cat will activate the trap by walking in all the way to the back. Once they pass a certain point, the door closes so they can't escape.
If these new rules pass, Dewey Beach claims they will have a safer, more controlled way to handle the feline friends that find their way to the coast.
If you're caught violating trapping rules, it will cost you a $500 fine from the town. Live in Dewey Beach, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brandon. It's a busy night for Dewey government. The town council also looking at increasing parking prices. Here's what's on the table: raising the rate from $3.50 to $4. It was just last year the town council increased the rate from $3 to $3.50. They say the money would go towards the town's operational budget and employee salaries.
Roughly 700 voters shot down Indian River's expense referendum, with voters narrowly rejecting the request for money. The question remains, though, what is next? CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy, live in Millsboro. Brendan, the district says the money would have to go to operating costs and the retention of teachers and staff.
Charlie, according to a post on the district's website, they said what would happen if this referendum didn't go through, and I have it right here. They say, quote, "We may have to eliminate a significant portion of our workforce, potentially impacting student services," end quote. Now, the district says it won't have the resources to attract and retain high achievers and may not be able to compete with surrounding districts. I spoke to someone who lives in Millsboro, and he understands why the schools need this money. His sister used to be a teacher, but for him, he just can't afford all those extra taxes.
glad that it didn't pass because I don't want to pay more in taxes. I understand, teachers and having to pay, but I think like all government, they need to see what they can cut first before they start taxing the people for more money just to keep rolling the way they've been rolling.
According to that same post, the district was spending more money rather than it was bringing in. Will they try for another referendum? We're going to keep reaching out to the district and see what they say. We'll be back here at 6 p.m. Reporting live in Millsboro, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brendan. Housing, it's a big topic. A lot of people struggling to find an affordable place to live, including in Milton. The town says they want to make that easier, so they're reviewing 8 recommendations from the Affordable Housing Committee. The committee says they want to work together with developers to find solutions. Some people in Milton want a solution that finds the best of both worlds.
We need something more affordable, but we don't have to do it at the cost of our farmland and our woodlands.
The Milton Planning and Zoning Commission is meeting about this next Friday at 1 p.m.
Now to a story we have been covering extensively on Coast TV. Representative Stell Parker-Selby, who covers parts of Milton and Lewis, is still not in attendance at legislative session. Coast TV went to Parker-Selby's home on Wednesday to ask how she's doing. We weren't told much aside from she's recovering, and we still don't know from what. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how should District 20 be represented right now?
Let's take a look at the results so far. 76% want a special election. 8% say a temporary stand-in, and 16% say wait patiently.
And this is the first time we've run the poll today. If you want to go ahead and vote on that, you can at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
On Coast TV News at 6, we will dive deeper into this story.
And again, we continue to wish a full recovery for Representative Parker-Selby. And let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Dover as we check in on the First Alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono. What sort of day are we looking at, Chris?
Hey there, Charlie. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a windy day. We've had plenty of sunshine, but a little colder than most of us would like. Certainly for this time of year, we had a 47-mile-an-hour wind gust in Ocean City, 40 in Dover. We were at 39-mile-an-hour wind gust there in Salisbury, 31 in Bethany Beach. So right now we're cranking still 25-mile-an-hour Salisbury, 30 Georgetown. We're at 30 Indian River Inlet, continuing to see that northwesterly flow, keeping things on the chilly side. We are clear, and we're going to remain that way through the evening. 55 falling to around 46 by around 9. We'll see a few clouds on the increase through the overnight. But you can see temperatures right now holding at 54. In Rehoboth, we're at 57 in Seaford. Clear skies, weak trough back to the west, and we're going to begin the weekend pretty nice. We're going to push in the mid to upper 60s, staying breezy, but a milder breeze. We have a weak front moving through Saturday night. Not going to bring us much in the way of moisture, but we are going to be cooler into Sunday. But overall, weekend staying sunny and dry. We'll talk more about when our next rain chances arrive coming up.
Thank you, Chris. The dismantling of the Department of Education has officially begun. President Trump signed an executive order directing the Education Secretary to take steps towards the department's closure. Lee Waldman shows us what this means for students and their families.
We're going to be returning education very simply back to the states where it belongs.
While it would take an act of Congress to completely eliminate the Department of Education, President Donald Trump is fulfilling a campaign promise by beginning to dismantle it.
The Department of Education will be much smaller than it is today. As you know, the president's executive order directed Linda McMahon to greatly minimize the agency.
The Department of Education was created by then President Jimmy Carter in 1979. It oversees national education policy and administers federal grant programs for schools across the country. Kim Anderson, executive director of the National Education Association, worries children in public schools will suffer if it is dismantled.
This is going to impact every student across the country because of the reach of federal programs and federal funds that provide the resources that students need to thrive.
Thursday, Trump made assurances that two of the DOE's key programs, Title I, which provides funding for low-income schools, and the IDEA program, which provides schools with money to meet the needs of children with disabilities, won't be impacted. Anderson has her doubts.
There is no way that when you cut funding, can you have the kinds of small class sizes that ensure that students get the attention that they need.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
All this in mind, the Trump administration will have to resume handing out millions of dollars worth of grants earmarked for addressing teacher shortages. The decision from a federal appeals court leaves in place a temporary restraining order that put an end to the Department of Education's removal of K-12 funding programs.
Coming up, managing the horseshoe crab population, steps state agencies are taking right now.
We have a chilly night ahead of us. Temperatures going to be falling to around 45 by around 9. Staying clear, few increasing clouds overnight as we fall into the mid-30s. Good news is the winds are going to be relaxing through the overnight. We'll talk about a beautiful weekend ahead. We're going to be back in the mid-60s tomorrow. We'll talk all about that next.
This weekend has everything you need to jumpstart the spring season. Stay tuned for your cool things to do.
Save floor $100 on new floors now at Carpet and Tile Mart. Mohawk had a rhino live on Smart Strand carpet for 2 weeks. With eco-friendly soap and water, the carpet cleaned up good as new, making wild look mild.
This March at Holly Kia, we're celebrating Kia Madness.
Don't worry about a bracket. The Kia lineup offers something for everyone.
Right now, enjoy the Holly Kia Advantage,
which includes tires for life on all new purchases.
Take advantage of 1.9% for 60 months.
On 2025 Sportage and Sorrento models in stock.
And don't forget to ask about our loyalty program.
Plus, we'll take any trade and give you up to 120% more than Kelley Blue Book Fair Market Trade.
So celebrate Kia Madness
at Holly Kia in Shelbyville and Felton.
And remember, Jim wants to see you in a Holly Kia.
At West Shore Home, we're making it easy to replace your windows and front entry door with our Buy One, Get One sale. This week, buy a house full of windows and get an entry door for free. That's right, completely refresh the look of your home while improving energy efficiency year-round. West Shore Home is extending their Buy One, Get One sale this week only. Visit westshorewindow.com to lock in these savings and have someone out as early as tomorrow to show you your options. Don't miss out on Buy One, Get One savings from West Shore Home.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
Save floor $100 on new floors now at Carpet and Tile Mart. Get soft, durable, easy to clean Smart Strand carpet at $400 off. See store for details. Visit a Carpet and Tile Mart Supercenter or carpetmart.com today.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Spring is finally here, and with it comes more events, attractions, different things on the coast.
Good weather, good vibes, and Coast TV's Christina DiRobertis has all the cool things to do.
Art, music, and beer. This first weekend of spring is filled with cool things to do. All weekend long at the Atlantic Sands Hotel in Rehoboth Beach, it's the 2025 Mid-Atlantic Guitar Show and Swap Meet. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade new, used, or vintage guitars, this event has it all, plus live music. From guitars to fancy cars, it's one of the last weekends to catch the On the Move exhibit at the Peninsula Gallery in Lewis. With over 40 artworks on display, you'll see everything from vintage cars and sailboats to trains and other vehicles, everything that gets us from here to there. It's also Dogfish Head's weekend of compelling ales and spirits. You can sip on guided tastings, try some brand new ales, and listen to live tunes at Dogfish Head locations across Sussex County. Or if you're looking for a job, the Ocean City Job Fair is your chance to find full-time or part-time work. You can swing by the Convention Center Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon. For some more details, just head to coasttv.com and click on Cool Things to Do.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Through Monday at Johnny Janosic. The more you buy, the more you save. Start with our guaranteed lowest prices. Then get bonus coupon savings of 15% off, 20% off, and for the first time ever, up to 25% off your purchase. Plus, 0% interest for 12 months. Get this beautiful 4-piece sectional, now only $1899.95. Or this gorgeous 4-piece queen bedroom set, only $1499.95. But it all ends Monday, only at Johnny Janosic.
Elmo, Abby, and Cookie Monster are joining their furry friends from Sesame Street in your neighborhood in Sesame Street Live. Say hello. They're inviting you to sing, dance, and play along March 25th at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. Tickets available at ococean.com/pack. The brand new musical celebration. Sesame Street Live. Say hello. See you on Sesame Street.
We could practice our skills anywhere, but here is where we've chosen to be. It's here that we find new ways to create hope, give second chances, save lives. One day your heart will need us, and on that day, we'll be ready, without missing a beat. The Heart and Vascular Institute at Bay Health. Our commitment runs deep.
Hello, it's Joe from Kendall Furniture in tax-free Shelbyville, Delaware. Have you noticed the big stores always tell you they have the lowest price guarantee? How can they do that? Really? How can they guarantee you the lowest price? At Kendall Furniture, we keep it simple, and that means better prices for you every day. Our non-commissioned expert staff is here to help you, not themselves. I'd like to invite you to come visit our expanded Rose Sofa Gallery with over 20 pieces on display. And come see the Kendall difference.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Well, we had plenty of sunshine today, but still a bit on the cold side, all thanks to those northwest winds kicking up to 35, 45 miles an hour. We're at 54 right now in Ocean View. See the choppy water there. Winds right now in Ocean View about 5 miles an hour out of the northwest. But take a look at some of these wind gusts. 47, we saw peak wind gusts there in Ocean City, 39 Salisbury, 30 Georgetown, 40 in Dover, and we were right around 38 in Cambridge. Right now, still seeing that northwest flow gusting to 29 in Ocean City, 28 Indian River Inlet, and we're at 30 mile-an-hour wind gusts there in Georgetown. Now, the winds are going to calm through the evening and into the overnight. Temperatures right now holding at 54 in Rehoboth Beach. We're at 54 Bethany, 54 in Salisbury, pretty uniform as far as temperatures are concerned. We're mild, though, to start the weekend. Overall, the weekend shaping up to be pretty nice. We have a weak cold front coming through Saturday into Sunday. That's going to drop temperatures back into the 50s, kind of similar to what we saw today, but not as windy. Small craft advisory up through 10 o'clock for the Delaware coast from Ocean City down through Chickateague. That runs through about 7, and then on the bay side, we have that up through 6 a.m. on Sunday. We are clear sailing right now through much of the east. We have some cloud cover back off to the west. This is going to be filtering in through the overnight. And then that cold front back off to the west is going to be moving in tomorrow night. We're at 36 overnight with increasing clouds. So a chilly start to the day, but we quickly warm up, all thanks to that southwest wind. We're up into the mid-60s tomorrow afternoon, so that is certainly going to feel good after only being in the low 50s today. But as I mentioned, still staying a bit on the breezy side. Could see some wind gusts as high as 30 to 35 miles an hour, but we have a southwest wind, so that is good. But look at that. We're quickly back into the northwest flow as we get into Sunday, all thanks to that cold front. So a few high clouds tomorrow morning, mostly sunny skies, maybe a sprinkle late tomorrow afternoon, but I think most of us are dry. And then by Sunday morning, after that front passes through, wouldn't be surprised if some of us interior Delmarva fall into the upper 20s to lower 30s, all thanks to those clear skies. Then by Sunday afternoon, we are in the lower 50s, but we stay dry overall weekend. I would say Saturday, the better day than Sunday as far as temperatures go, but overall, we stay sunny and dry throughout most of the weekend. And it's not really until Sunday night into Monday we see rain chances ramp up. A warm front's going to be lifting through Sunday through Monday, and then I think a better chance Monday afternoon through Monday night, and then we may see another weak disturbance Tuesday night into Wednesday. So there's that front moving through Monday, could bring a round of rain, doesn't look to be severe, doesn't look to be all that heavy, and then we see another weak disturbance passing through Tuesday night into Wednesday. So we're going to be dealing with these these weak fronts here over the next really 7 to 10 days. So we're at 60 on Monday. The front comes through. We don't really drop all that much as far as temperatures are concerned. Average high this time of year is 57. We're at 61 on Tuesday, then 58 on Wednesday, and then we stay pretty dry the rest of the week, and then we're pushing into the upper 60s by next Friday.
Thank you. New today, the Maryland Transportation Authority says it's actively reviewing recommendations from the National Transportation Safety Board following the deadly crash involving the container ship Dolly and the Francis Scott Key Bridge. A new report finds the Key Bridge was, listen to this, almost 30 times over the acceptable risk level for a collision. Federal officials are urging risk assessments for dozens of bridges across 19 states, saying the MDTA failed to perform such an evaluation before this accident.
Delaware officials are taking a closer look at managing horseshoe crabs. DNREC is holding a public meeting on March 27th to talk about changes to the horseshoe crab management plan. DNREC will cover topics like setting limits on harvesting male crab.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 8, Delaware High School baseball as Sussex Central takes on Appoquinimink. Then it's the final score at 10:30.
And coming up, mask update, updated rules for patients and visitors at Tidal Health. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Most people remodel their kitchens for 3 reasons: poor design, lack of storage, and outdated cabinets.
That sounds like a big job.
Not with Paul Davis. We offer 2 stress-free solutions. Reface your cabinets with 5 layers of hardwood, new doors and drawers in 5 days or less. Or replace them, improve your layout and home value.
Call now.
We'll bring the showroom to you and provide an exact price the same day.
Installed before summer. Save 20% on your kitchen project or pay nothing for 12 months.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, emergency plumbing service 24/7.
Come shop the Habitat for Humanity Worcester County Restore at Manklin Station in South Ocean Pines, featuring new and used furniture, decor, and appliances at a fraction of retail pricing. Why pay retail when you can pay Restore?
$3,000 off MSRP? That's nothing at IG Burton Lewis Auto Mall. Pick your favorite new Chevrolet and pay $3,000 under invoice. That's not a deal, that's a steal. Together, let's drive a Silverado, Equinox, Encore, and more at $3,000 under invoice.
You simply won't find a better deal anywhere else. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Come shop the Habitat for Humanity Worcester County Restore at Manklin Station in South Ocean Pines, featuring new and used furniture, decor, and appliances at a fraction of retail pricing. Why pay retail when you can pay Restore?
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
A quick update from Tidal Health. Temporary masking requirements at its hospitals and outpatient facilities are now over. The one exception is if it is required by patient isolation. Also, staff and visitors may still mask if they wish. The temporary rule was put in place in February. That was after a rise in respiratory illness.
Many air travelers worldwide were going nowhere fast today, or if their routes went into, out of, or through London's Heathrow Airport. That's because of this fire that broke out in an electrical substation. Looks pretty bad, right? It knocked out power and sent global flight plans into chaos. A police spokesperson says foul play is not suspected, but still a counterterrorism unit is working to determine the cause.
The worst thing you could do is to start it off as a simple arson investigation working with the power company and find out after the fact there's something sinister behind it and play catch up. So this is them being proactive.
Heathrow officials say they will begin some flights this evening.
Listen to this story. The payment app Klarna and food delivery app DoorDash, they're teaming up to offer what are called flexible payment options. In the coming months, DoorDash customers will be able to select Klarna as a pay option when ordering groceries and more. The options will include paying in full or 4 equal interest-free installments. There will also be a pay later option, which allows customers to defer payments to a more convenient time.
The largest shoemaker in the world is in a slump. Nike says its global sales have fallen 9%. That includes a 17% drop in China as well. The sports apparel giant has seen its stock drop 30% over the past year. More consumers are passing up pricey shoes and attire for cost-effective basics. And here's a live look now into Lewis. Beautiful evening as we take one more look at the forecast right after this.
Recent storms have caused major damage. Filing a claim could raise your premiums or result in cancellation.
With years of handling storm damages, we speak insurance.
There's good.
There's better.
And then there's more. Introducing McGee Motors' starting lineup, sponsored by Ram Truck Month. 2 power forwards built to dominate the paint. Ram Bighorn averaging $339 a month and another locked in at 1.9 for $72.
Grand Cherokee is a showcase of capability, controlling the lane at $239 a month. Driving past the competition is Jeep Compass 4x4 at $209 a month. And electrifying the road to the final, Jeep Wrangler puts up an impressive number of $129 a month. That's unbeatable.
McGee Motors in Georgetown.
My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now with Skyrizi, I'm all in. Thanks to Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many even achieved 100% clear skin. Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements. But is it ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with a Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Visit us at Lakeshore Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Seaford and find out what the locals have known all along. While all pre-owned vehicles look the same, at Lakeshore Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Seaford, we carefully inspect all of our used vehicles in our service department with our factory-trained technicians. Combine that with our great selection, lowest prices in Sussex County, and our top level of customer service, we believe you'll see why we say that we're different, and we prove it. Call us at 302-990-3099 or online at lakeshorecdjr.com.
Recent storms have caused major damage. Filing a claim could raise your premiums or result in cancellation.
With years of handling storm damages, we speak insurance.
There's good.
There's better.
And then there's more.
Looking ahead, there's going to be a 2-day training event next Tuesday to introduce people to living shorelines and how to implement them along the coast. If you're not familiar, they use natural materials like oyster shells and native plants to prevent erosion and flooding. We have more on this at 6, by the way. Well, this specific event, though, is in Lewis, March 25th and 26th, with hands-on activities led by experts.
Well, congratulations to Dawn Fox of Dagsboro, Delaware. You're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. And you can get your forecast anytime by dialing our First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalas, and Federico. Now, tomorrow we're at 66 degrees, so beautiful start to the weekend. And we do cool things down with a weak cold front on Sunday, back to 53. And then we are right back up into the 60s by Monday with rain chances Monday afternoon. And then we gradually trend warmer. But by next weekend there, we're cooking in the lower 70s. That looking pretty good for next weekend as we march along here in the month of March.
I love that, Chris. Thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.